Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Brissett on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Brissett from the gun on third. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go play action with Brissett. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 50, check 50. 49, check 49, check 49. Check. Regular. Shoot. Nice. Kill. Watch out. No. Off.
Now it's Mixon running right. Space to maneuver at the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 23 yards the pickup there.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That's complete. Bernard breaks through the contact. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Dalton gives to Bernard, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Here's Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. These two teams all tied after one. On second and 11 now. Brissett nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Nixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Play action here with Dalton. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Dalton. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down Let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
50's a month. 50's a month. Watch the flags.
On first down, Mixon.
Let's go. Come on.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Airing one out for... And this is taken in at the 5. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
We play to win. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It was Justin Houston who got him down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Hands up. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hands up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton airing one out for Boyd. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Dalton here from the gun. He's got his man, Boyd. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
50, check back 50. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Heavy.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone?
Touchdown, Indianapolis! T.Y. Hilton. An 80-yard touchdown as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
We got it. Check 4. Check 99. Check 99. Check out 368. Watch twins. Kill.
Mixon with it. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Wait! They're running it.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Open man is Uzama. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
At the 39-yard line.
Rise up. Hey. I'm coming out to you. Heavy. To you. Check.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Bengals drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Dalton. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Dalton off play action. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Time to go, night. 6 guys.
Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Dalton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty.
Hey, Line's 50, line's 50. Rip left. Check it back.
Here's Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down.
Throwing. Brissett. Funches has it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st down, Mack. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Lady! Watch 55! Here you go, can! 55, my God, 55! Stop your whining. Motion. Mike! Hey, Echo! Right there in the middle, 55!
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. This a give to Mack running to the right. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
From the 17, Brissett. Well, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8
How's
ounce.
that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
You must be getting tired of seeing it.
93, 52, 93, 44.
On 2nd and 12, Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Hands up, ladies.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Regular.
Safety's creeping.
Now Mixon.
Check.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Brissett. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Mack. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
46-yard line.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Marlon Mack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Levante David in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd down. Brissett. Campbell making the catch. And he gets it down to the 32. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
57. Mike, 57. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Know your job.
Here's Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And the catch made by Hilton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Back to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They'll run it with Mack. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
Marr on for the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for Bengals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
50. They can't hang with us. Check, 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 check. He's
Heavy.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. So now Dalton. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check back, check back. Hey, switch gears.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He's got it to Hilton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch the twist.
They run the counter. Hines. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a carry for Mack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. First down. It's Hines. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That was a really nice play. He was able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9. Brissett into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Now Mack. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect it.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Colts, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the